Hey guys, I'm CinnamonToastKen and welcome back to Sakura Fantasy. In the last episode, we figured out this white-haired girl here in the middle is the Empress like we didn't already know. And we did some peeping around and saw some gals, and then the star fell and the monsters are everywhere. They're trying to decide on who to send because the queen wants to send people. And we already know, because we know how anime stories work, that they're going to send me. And maybe somebody else, maybe. But they're going to send me for sure. So anyway. Let us begin. The deathly silence, because she just said that she wanted to do it. And they're like, what? What you are requesting is absolutely foolish. I agree, the star landed somewhere out in the mires, perhaps beyond it. And you're asking us to send a group of our best in there to die? You haven't even explained what is so important about this. Not a single voice in the chamber offers any support for Ardenia's request. I could tell she's trying to restrain her emotion, but it's starting to show. I just overheard that you had sent scouting parties into the mires. How exactly is my request unreasonable? We debated for weeks before we decided to send them. And now they're all dead. Anyone else we send would meet the same fate. Ardenia, has your age finally gotten to you? We understand that is why you no longer participate in debate. Your mind... Before he can finish, I can feel the council chamber rumbling. Where did that come from? I rub my eyes and look again. Ooh, it's coming from Ardina. I've been calling her Ardenia, but it looks like it's Ardina. She mad now? Shoot. That empty, vacant look is completely gone from her face. It's replaced with seething anger. Ghostly, ethereal light pours from her, filling the entire chamber. It burns around her an aura, crackling in otherworldly power. Her power is actually causing the very building to shake around her. How's this possible? Before I thought she didn't express emotion at all. Cowering in their seats, the councilmen try to shield their eyes from the light. No one dares to say a word to the enraged Empress, simply staring at her in awe. The main speaker of the council backs off from her, step by step. Empress, what has possessed you? Empress, please stop! You're going to tear these chambers apart! Among the chaos, I can clearly hear Ardina. Her voice is powerful, yet quivering with emotion. It drowns out all the other voices. As if the entire world has gone silent, just to hear what she has to say. And I got crap all over my glasses. I got dog hair all over. We gave the dogs a bath this morning. And then you have to dry them, and dog hair just goes everywhere. It's fantastic. Let's see. This is our powerful voice, right? What should it be? It can't be like this. First you openly deny your Empress. Then you have the gall to accuse me of being unfit to take an interest in the affairs of my own empire. Every single one... I should give her a monster voice. Every single one of my requests through the last decade have been openly denied by all of you. They're openly denied her for this long? She really was just a figurehead then. But this time you will not be denying anything. I am your Empress, and it's time I remind you of your place. I am older than all of you combined, and I have seen thousands of battles, millions of death, and know more about loss than you could ever hope to imagine. So do not even dare suggest I am unfit to be your leader. I am not of sound mind. None of you, for all of your age and experience, could ever understand what that star means. The speaker tries his best to calm her down. Empress, please calm down. Just tell us what the star means so we can understand. We don't mean any harm by this statement either. We were just... Concerned for me? Or are you simply concerned with not having your way this time? I tire of your sweet lies. I would rather those with more honest tongues speak for a change. So I will make this clear. This is not a request like all those other times. This is a command from your Empress. Find me a group of warriors willing to brave the mires. The best group you can spare. Otherwise, I'm going to be looking for a new group of councilmen. You have all grown complacent with your position. Remember that I'm your Empress for eternity. Ooh. After that, her light fades and she returns to her normal appearance. She nearly burned my eyes out with that. Finished with her speech, Ardenia turns back to the council. She takes a moment to look at me before she's gone again. The Empress... Did I just see the Empress of Legends? The one who glowed with light and banished the darkness with her footsteps. When I look back at the council, all of them look terrified. Well, we do have further items we need to discuss. How exactly do you think we should respond to the Empress's insistence? I think it would be best to hear out this one time. Although I'm normally the voice of cynicism in this room, that is understandable. We all agree on the Empress's proposal. Is that right? All of them voice their. I like how they still word it like it's their choice. Empress is gonna come in here and burn them all to death. Funny little men. Do we have any other outstanding business that we must deal with right now? No one says a thing. I think it would be best to adjourn this meeting for now then. Is everyone in favor? Once again, the decision is agreed upon with no opposition. You didn't see or hear any of this. Understood, guardsman? I can only vacantly nod my head. It's enough to make him go away. Dumbfounded, I just stand there for a moment, taking in what I had just witnessed. My fellow guardsman must be in awe too, because he's not moving either. Dang, I never thought we got kind of the same voice going here. Dang, I never seen that happen before. I guess this is your lucky day. The council chambers will never be this exciting again. Does this really count as lucky? She could have caused the chamber to collapse on us. Perhaps it would have been better to. It would have been better to have that happen, though, rather than listen to these politicians keep talking. I can't help but shake my head at him. Does he really hate being here that much? I've been here a long time, and that's the first time I've seen anything like this. Things are going to change very soon. And it's about time that happened. What's even better is that we're off duty now. I don't know about you, but I'm out of here. Sure enough, he's gone in an instant. I'm too busy taking in. I feel like I can't read, ever. I'm too busy taking in what I saw to really care, though. Even though the council has adjourned their meeting for today, I still have guard duty. I better get to patrolling the halls then, so I can go meet the princess. ... It's another moonlit night by the time I'm off duty. The rest of my day was uneventful after what I saw in the council chambers. I'm tired, to say the least. Maybe guards duty is supposed to be some kind of a twist endurance training. Kira doesn't love her. Ow, ow, ow. I hit my heel on my chair. That's the one thing about this freaking DX racer chair they sent me, or whatever it's called. The freaking things in the ground stab you in the heel if you kick them. Kira does love her unusual training regimens. Stop complaining. Let's relax for a moment. I suppose I could take a moment to relax. It's not like there's anyone watching me. Of course there is. Once again, I hear soft footsteps echoing through the halls. I already know who they belong to. The Empress seems to have stopped to look at me. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were... She responds with a gentle smile. It's fine. I want to keep her that voice from now on instead of, it's fine. It's way more funny. It's fine. Don't concern yourself with who I am. I don't really think I can do that. I'm only speaking with a legendary figure. I wish to speak to you again. If my Empress commands it, I will. Then let us speak. She wanders over. Swear to me. She wanders over to one of the many windows in the hallway, leaning on its sill. The light of the moonlight illuminates her face, making her seem even more ghostly. In the moonlight, her otherworldly beauty becomes more prominent. A star has fallen from the heavens. The impossible has happened. No, it was always possible. It was only a matter of when it would happen. But how did you know it was possible? Because someone promised me that it would. Someone promised her? Who might that be, my Empress? Who promised you? Someone did. There's no answer to be had here. What does the star mean then? Is it as the doomsayers speak in the streets? Is it a herald of the end? I'm afraid that star's significance would be lost on anyone in this age. Again, she refuses to explain anything. Why can't you tell anyone what that star means to you? Because they were not there. Weren't there? Weren't where? Empress, what are you talking about? I'm afraid I cannot make you understand either. Well, you aren't trying to. If you told us, we would understand, but you have to be all secretive and bullcrap, whatever. There's not anyone else alive who remembers him. Ooh, him, who could she be talking about? I am the only one left. I wish you could have been there too. I know the light that once shone on us. To know the light that once shone on us. There was no need for an empress or an empire then. But look at the world that we live in. Shut up. Despite how powerful she looks in the council chamber, she now looks very tired. They have believed me to become lost. That is not entirely untrue. I've been waiting for a long time for this star to fall. Now that it has, I think I can find my way again. I see something very human in her face for the first time. The Empress had made herself vulnerable, just for a moment. I can tell you one thing about the star. I see a doggy outside. It means change. Great change. Is it for the better or for worse, though? Even I can't predict the future. All I know is that the star means change. There's another doggy. Where are they going out there? You were able to hear my request. It all depends on those warriors now, whoever they may be. She quietly gazes out the window. Something about her just seems lonely. I would seek the star myself, but I'm no fool. If I were to die, what would become of the capital? You have seen those men bicker among themselves. To leave what little we have left in their hands alone, we would be undone. The people need their empress in these times more than ever. Why do you keep them there then? Why not get rid of them? I've thought about it for a long time. Perhaps when I find suitable replacements, I'll go through with it. For now, I'll allow them to stay. They will not deny me this time. Even though they rule this city, I am still the Empress. For a moment, she seems to look at the cityscape before her. It is late, guardsman. Return to your barracks. I hope that we may meet again sometime. I'm not sure if I hope to meet her again. Something tells me that I will, though. Back at the training grounds today, I'm on guard duty, thank Creator. After all of the chambers and play about hitting wooden dummies again. Wooden dummies. In fact, it's nice to be able to hit something after listening to this councilman for so long. Unfortunately, Kira motions for us to cease training. First day I get back, and here it is. There's already going to be interruptions. I forgot her voice, actually. She had the high-pitched voice, right? Novices, I require your attention. The Empress herself is visiting our training grounds. Pay her utmost respect. Ardina's visiting us right now? No one knows her reasons for visiting today, but I can take a guess. After what I saw in the council chamber, I know it could be for no reason other than recruiting. Ardina looks much the same as she did when she last visited. She's wearing her emotionless mask. She takes a moment to wait for the rest of the novices in the barracks to assemble themselves. My novices, my knights, I've come before you with a request. Despite her lack of emotion, her words still sound inspirational. Not that a single person looks away, they're waiting on her every word. All of you know that star fell from the sky a week ago. Everyone has discussed what the star means, but its meaning will only become apparent when we see it for ourselves. There's going to be an expedition to reach the star, traveling through the mires into the desolate lands beyond. Will any of you volunteer for this? It will be a journey filled with peril, so I understand if you refuse. But your Empress needs brave volunteers. Will you not help her in her time of need? Most of the officers look away. I can't blame them. What she's asking is practically suicide. It's one thing to be on the walls and just defending. It's another. We need someone. We need someone to go out there and fight the Titans. Kira also looks shocked. She wasn't expecting something like this. My Empress, surely you asked too much of these novices. They are not ready for battle yet. Can you not come later? I'm afraid this can't wait, Kira. I also reaffirm that this is only for volunteers. I will force no one. Sure, there is one among you who will go forward to seek the star. Eureka eyes survey the entire crowd before her. I was about to step forward, but I feel a hand on my shoulder. It's Gwen holding me back. Don't go near the mires. You won't come back alive. Never before have her words sounded as grave as they do now. Relenting, I step back into the crowd. I think the Empress notices me when I do. Dun dun dun! We're gonna pause the game right here. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If today's your birthday, happy birthday! And I'll really hope to see you guys next time. Until then, yeah, stay toasty, my friends. Ho ho ho, what is this? Welcome back to Sakura Fantasy. Yes, in the last episode we set out into the wild wilderness of danger and evil, which has produced just the most horrible villain ever. The ooze monster that just gets rid of your clothing. And right now she's getting naked because the ooze is eating her clothes. And it's playing the sexy music, like that little, the little shaker thing. Yeah. What is that? It's like, would you like some more ground pepper? Yeah, girl. Throw some pepper on you. How about some salt? Anyway, yeah, so she's got ooze on her, and the other two have walked forward, so they don't know she's getting oozed right now. I can't but shivers more and more translucent slime piles onto me, crawling across my chest now, eating my armor, and it finds along the way my entire body is enveloped by goo now. I can feel it moving across every inch of my skin. This is such an embarrassing experience. I'm not fearing for my life or anything. I can't stop myself from blushing because I feel it crawling all over me. I can hold no secrets from this slime. What secrets you be holding? It probably won't stop until it finds absolutely everything it can devour, and I can't stop it. I can just wait until it's done. It's not long before most of my skin is bare. My belt has been eaten. A long time passed before the slime finally lets me go. I can't tell how many times it's crawled over me before I finally gave up on finding more food. And once it disappears back into the ground, the thing I have left to cover myself is my hands. It didn't even leave me with any weapons. Now that I'm completely nude and sprawled in the mud, I only just realized how cold it is in the mires. My entire body is quaking from the chilly air. All right. Kira? Gwen? Is anyone out there? Hey, she could have just called out to begin with, but no, she just sat there and let the gooiness get out. Okay, anyway. Raylan, what are you? She stops and averts her eyes as she catches a glimpse of my nude form. Raylan. For a moment, she struggles to find what she wants to say. I hope there's a good explanation for this. Gwen quickly follows from behind. She opens her mouth to say something, but thinks better of it. This might be a problem. So what happened? Did you decide to take off your armor for some reason? A slime ate my armor. Slime? Oh, those slimes. I remember those foul things myself. I told you there were monsters which destroy armor out here. Luckily, the slimes aren't that dangerous beyond that. What you encountered was a cloth eater. Oh, Jesus. Most cloths. Never mind that. I don't need an explanation for it. Just, does anyone have any spare clothing? It's cold. Relax, Raylan. I told you I prepared ahead of time. After all, I was the one who warned you about this. How'd you know about the slimes anyway, Gwen? An old book I own. This isn't relevant. Please, can you give me anything to wear, anything at all? Reaching her bag, she pulls out a fresh change of armor. It's tailored exactly like my old armor. How about that? I don't even have to change my picture, my avatar. I get to keep the same stuff. Okay, immediately I pull it on, not willing to stand naked in the cold my air. Thank you so much. Why didn't you say something earlier? Good question. Why didn't you say something earlier? That's what I want to know. The slime covered my mouth before I could say anything. It didn't look like it did. Believe me, I tried to get your attention. It stopped me from moving, too. It's true, the slimes do bite things before they devour them. I think it'd be best if Kira stays up the back for... Wait. If Kira stays up the back for now. If Kira stays up the back. All right. Agreed. If anything snares me, I know how to deal with it. You had me really worried there, Raylan. Please be more careful. I'm sorry. It just happened so fast. Well, it should be even faster then. Come on. We wasted more than enough time here. ... Well, nice fire. It took us hours to find shelter. Trekking through this place alone is incredibly tiring. It's not quite as bad as doing guard duty in the castle, though. After a while, we eventually managed to find a mountain pocketed with hollow caves. The storm was up upon us by the time nightfall came. What storm? Thick thundering clouds enveloped the mountain and drowned the land beneath torrential rain. Swampland would be surprising if there's going to be a flood. I just have to hope for the best. Kira checked and double-checked the cavern until she was happy. Good, no monsters there. We can never be certain what might be lurking in here, she kept repeating to herself. I'm glad. Maybe it's not somewhere warm. They're barely able to get the fire started due to the rain, and how damp the mires naturally are. All the wood here, despite being brittle and dead, has been soaked thoroughly in the rain. Thoroughly. Something about the wood here gives off a sinister glow in the fire. I swear I've seen the green aura around it. I swear that I've seen a green aura around it. It's disease. Shivering in the cold, all three of us huddled around the fire trying to make ourselves warm. I love a hot bath right now because that's all I do is take baths. We've only been out here one day, Gwen. You can't be quitting already. Sorry. Gwen is a lover of her comfortable things, her warm baths, her soft pillow, so she's really out of her element here. Right now, she's writing away in one of her many blank books she took with her. She must be writing down her observations of the Myers while she's been here. We haven't stopped long enough for her to take closer inspection of the plant life, though. It seems to keep her happy, though it's been a long day, and writing seems to be a way for her to relax. Drinking some green tea out of my cool mug. Kira, on the other hand, looks extremely paranoid. She glances this way and another, seemingly jumping at the shadows. Being in this place makes her edgy, very edgy. I don't understand why, though. She's been here before. What happened is still a mystery to me. Check if she's okay. Are you okay, Kira? You've been on edge the entire time we've been here. I've noticed that too. It never pays to be complacent in the Myers. Last time I was here, everything we did went wrong somehow. It was far too frequent for it to be bad luck. So either this entire forest was against us, or there was something else lurking in here, which was interfering with our expedition. That Trinity compass is going to be enough if we want to navigate this place. Though I do not wish to belittle a boon from the Empress herself. Extra precautions in case of unforeseen problems are always important. I can understand what she's talking about. The Myers do feel like the kind of place where precautions like this would be necessary. We haven't seen any of these beasts which roam these lands yet. I can't read. Shut up. If that's a good or a bad thing, I can't tell. The beasts and the Myers are one thing, but becoming lost in this place, that is what kills most scouting parties who enter here. Oh, my beard feels so good. Quietly, she stares into the embers, looking deep in thought. And I just remembered that I haven't opened my Hearthstone packs that I pre-ordered. Ah, okay. Listen, I think it's time you two both know what happened when I was out here. Okay, looking at Gwen, I hesitate. Her previous experiences here were traumatic. I don't know if it'd be wise to talk about it now. Kira notices my hesitation immediately. It's fine, really, and Gwen knows that something happened too. We know each other a lot better than you would think. Hadn't thought of that, but that would be true. Gwen is her favorite novice after all. Looking back to her, Gwen just gives me a knowing smile. Like, oh yeah. So it's obviously that I've been... so it's obvious that I've been here before. As I huddle my boobies over my arms and cry a single tear. It was part of an expedition to try to push back the Myers. The blight that changed the land can be cured with the right methods. By cutting back the forest and reclaiming the soil, we could begin to the purification rites. My sister was there too. She was far younger than me, little more than a child. I had taken her on the expedition as she had no one to look after while I was away. Definitely one of my most terrible mistakes. Though she tries to force herself to talk, I can see tears forming in her eyes, like that one right there. Our parents had died a long time ago, so it fell to me to protect her. I practically fought to bring her on the expedition because I knew I couldn't leave her alone in the capital. So everything was going fine for a while. There were no incidents. We reclaimed large swaths of land, and no one had died. But one night, right before it was time to sleep, I found my sister was missing. Children have a tendency to wonder, so I didn't worry so much about it. Though I looked all through the camp, I couldn't find her. Then I heard laughter from within the forest. Her laughter. Her laughter? I like this music. I wasn't thinking straight at the time. Charging into the Myers was a terrible idea. But I couldn't ignore my sister's laughter. I couldn't leave her alone inside that rotting place, so blindly I charged in there. I brought no light with me, so I was following the sound of her laughter, stumbling through the dark, blindly waving my sword around. After a while, the sound of her laughter seemed to echo from everywhere. No matter how much I ran, I still couldn't get any closer to its source. I was too tired to even move by the time the dawn came. Even in the morning light, all I could do was stumble through the Myers. I tried to set markers or anything I could to keep track of my progress. But it was all for naught. The very trees seemed to shift to make me lose track of where I was. Worst of all, I could still hear my sister's laughter in the undergrowth. Then the beast came for me to take my life. It took me weeks to make it out of there. The foul things I had to eat, the tainted water I had to drink. If it weren't for my gift, I would have died out there. By the time I made it back, the entire expedition was missing, and the foul force was creeping its way back across the land. I was the only survivor somehow. To this day, I don't know what happened to my sister. She couldn't be alive after all this time, though. Even with my gift, the forest nearly killed me. So to come here like this, it's almost like I'm walking in a graveyard. I cannot think of a worse place for someone to die than inside the mires. Silently, tears begin to trickle from her eyes. She's barely composed now, merely a step away from sobbing. I wish we weren't inside this cave. At least my tears could be hidden from the rain. I honestly don't know what to say to her. The fact that she came after knowing what she was going to face. Now you know all about it. This is why I care so much about my novices. Every single one of you is precious to me. I can never allow myself to be so careless again. You have no idea how much you two mean to me. If you never come back... No, I can't think like that. That is why I decided to come despite knowing what is here. You just literally just said that. Can't let you disappear in this horrible place like my sister did. How did you not lose your mind when you were stuck out here? I almost did. To listen to your sister's laughter endlessly and not being able to do anything. It was even worse than when the laughter became screams. When I stumbled out of there, I could barely tell what was real and what was delusion. Fortunately, I managed to make it back to the wall and get treatment. After that day, I dedicated myself to nurturing and protected warriors younger than myself. Ordenia herself came to see me when I made it home. She congratulated me on making it out alive and ensured I would live comfortably after what had happened. But life after my sister... It wasn't ever going to be the same. As much as I tried to bury myself in training, I couldn't get rid of this grief. It will remain with me forever. I cannot run from it or deny it. The only way I could escape is if I forgot about her, and I would sooner die than forget. Sometimes I like to imagine that she somehow found a way out, that she's somewhere else, that she's somewhere safe, like in the capital or, I don't know, just somewhere. It's only deluding myself from the truth, though. You can't stop hoping. She might have made it out alive, and we'll find her. That's the alternative. That's the alternative to despair. The alternative is to despair and mourn. I have to agree with Raylin. She might still be out there, Kira. However likely it is, do not give up. It takes some time for Kira to... I don't know if that's is that a reassuring thing? Hey, your sister's been out in the mires for years and you haven't been looking for her since you love her a lot. Anyway. All I can do is prod the burning embers of the fire while we wait. She isn't alone in her trauma now. We can help her carry the burden of her memories. That will only make us stronger as we make our way to the star. I can also understand why she doesn't like being watched now. During all that time she spent in the mires, she would have had to constantly look over her shoulder. If she weren't paranoid, then she would be dead. No wonder she was upset with me when it came to my far-seeing. She doesn't like having any unseen eyes watching her. You just said that. In all honesty, I'm surprised that she was outright hostile towards me. You two sound far older than you look, you know. When did I train such wise novices? I'm not a novice, remember? I got a promotion. Come on, surely you've worked out that this isn't a promotion by now. Thank you both. Yeah, it was not a promotion. It's a sucky promotion. It was never easy to carry this alone. After we lost our parents, it always fell on me to bear our burdens. I guess I've learned not to rely on others, but I have you two now, and I have no intention of losing either of you out there. So don't wander too far from my sight, okay? You sound like my mother used to. She must have been a kind woman. Gwen's face lights up as she thinks of an idea. What was your sister's name, Kira? Lavina. Why do you want to know? I know we've told you not to give up, but in case the worst happens, why don't we make a memorial for her? I appreciate the thought, Gwen, but it'll be a waste of our time. We cannot afford to stop for such trivial things. Where will we even put a memorial anyway? There's no place in this cursed forest that the cursed forest will swallow up. We may be able to clean these lands, to clean up these grave sites, replace the fields rotting. Yes, that's what we'll do. Destroy this plate. We'll destroy the whole forest. And the Star of the Empress has made it clear that it's important. Going to lead the Salvations? I don't know. I just wish we knew what the star meant. Well, I'm going to find out is make back to her. I need to know too. It's been driving me insane for the last month. I have to agree. I plan on recording our findings when we reach the star. This could be a historical find. And if it's not training when we get there, miserably she stares off at the cave mouth, watching the rain pelt down. All right, well, that is all the time we have. Thank you very much for watching. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday! And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, stay toasty, my friends.